Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah or whatever celebration you celebrate during the holiday season. Merry Christmas. This video is going to be for 2026 Zayn Malik's tarot reading and seeing what's going to be coming up. So as per usual, I split up into fours: winter, spring, summer, and fall, and then what he needs to learn for the end of the year going on to next year in 2027. As usual, keep the comments civil. Please don't be attacking me or anybody in the comment section. Don't be attacking anybody that I'm reading on, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't sue me. So everybody have a wonderful, happy, Merry Christmas. Thank you all for 2025. I'm looking forward to 2026. Thank you so much. And I do hope you enjoy this reading and just have a safe and wonderful, happy holidays and a wonderful new year. Don't worry, Jazz Emporium will be still filming to conclude the other tarot readings, such as Harry's and Niall's and Liam's. So don't worry, there is still more coming. All right, so I hope everyone just has a wonderful, happy holidays, and thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy this reading and enjoy the little in-betweens videos of before we go into segments. And I shall see you later. See you in the next segment. Hello, so welcome to Jazz Emporium. So we're doing the winter segment of Zayn Malik's reading. So if you do want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com. Website's still down until later on in December. I will be putting it back up very shortly, guys. So let's see what we read for Zayn Malik's winter 2025, because this would be for 2025. And then we shall proceed on to 2026 spring. But for now, we're doing 2025 winter. So what's happening for Zayn Malik's? I'm using the What's the Tea tarot cards. What's for Zayn Malik's 2026? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. This is for winter 2026. That would be December 22nd to March 20th. I should always put up the dates, so you know, instead of just saying it, because it's just redundant at this point. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay. For those who want to write stuff down, by all means. What's happening for Zayn Malik's 2026? 2025 winter proceeding on to 2026. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Winter. Bankrupt's in reverse. So he's looking on to expand his money and not be so bankrupt. So bankrupt in reverse tells me he's trying to get out of financial dyers. And I'm not saying, now mind you, I'm not saying any of the One Direction members are poor when I say this. Now let's look at the word bankrupt. Yes, it shows bills and finances, but it could be bankruptcy, emotional bankrupt, mental bankrupt, or maybe he's feeling bankrupt and gypped in other different ways. So we can look at that word and investigate what they mean by bankrupt. Oh, whoa. Clout hungry. Okay. So Zayn feels people around him are starting to be a little bit more clout hungry, perhaps. He's trying to come over the fact that, you know, is he just doing things because he wants clout and fame and notoriety, or is he wanting to do things because he genuinely wants to be creative? I think Zayn's the type of person that values creativity over just looking good, smelling good, having their ego stroked. That's the type of thing I get from Zayn more versus just him. He wants to be creative for the sake of being creative. He doesn't want to be creative for the clout hungriness of everything like that. So spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Photo proof, getting evidence. Now, if this is addressing the rumors that him and Louis Tomlinson had a fight, people think they got photo evidence and proof of what's happened in the rumors I'm hearing. But, you know, there's going to be photo proof of something, that something has occurred or not occurred. So that one's, I'm going to leave ambiguous because I wanted to do a separate reading on that, guys. For you Z-Squads and Louis that are really wondering if something was a rumble, I'm going to be doing a separate reading for that within the new year, because there's so many other videos I'm doing, like the other the other 2026 readings for the other guys first. But grudge holder. Again, one or two parties here is holding a grudge. Now, Zayn could be holding a grudge, or somebody here was holding a grudge. There was probably a fight of some sort, and I'm not saying physical, more of a verbal spat, if there was one between Louis and Zayn, and somebody's holding a bit of a grudge. There could be reasons of somebody fighting. Someone's been holding a grudge. So, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, people think that he's still holding grudges and being brooding in the corner, I'm hearing. Okay. Impersonator, wants to be like you, acts like you, dresses like you, copies you. Zayn understands the impact that he has over somebody. Or somebody here is trying to be copying like him like Zayn, or attitude or mentality, and he wants to kind of cut that out. Or he's going to be changing up his look because he feels too many people are trying to take his thunder and he's too busy winning. Zayn is working behind something behind the scenes here, and he's too busy winning or too busy trying to focus on his achievements. Or this impersonator is trying to take his and copycat him and is too busy winning. And again, dusting it off. He's trying to dust off what he's feeling about this certain situation in the winter time. Again, I sense a very quiet energy with Zayn. It's like he doesn't want to get involved if there's drama here. But let's see what's going on here with the Island Wellness Tarot cards, or Oracle cards. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming up here for Zayn Malik's wintertime proceeding into 2026? Oh, separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. If there is going on, he is currently separated from somebody or something. Now, whether that be a love interest or friends or somebody, there's somebody in his peripherals that he's separated from, that he's missing. Now, if there has been like a verbal spat, he has a tendency to hold grudges, and he needs to reconcile whatever this is. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. This is in reverse. He's trying not to feel pain of heartbreak, mourning. Now, whether that be he's still pining over Gigi Hadid or somebody else maybe that he may have had an affair with, or, you know, in love life. But I'm reading this more as if there was something between Louis and Zayn, I don't think it was physical blows. I think it was more verbal. And that's what I'm getting here for his winter reading so far. I think, to me, he's trying not to think about it, but he's missing the fact that he's separated from his friend, but he's upset at this, not upset at the same time. He's trying to get over it because he's seething anger right now, I'm hearing, whatever the reason is. What's happening for Zayn's winter time to proceeding to 2026? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. I'm not saying the fight was over something about flirting, but there could have been an indiscretion that popped off this fight. Now, what I read for the 2026 reading here with Zayn, he's tempted by somebody or something. Now, Mr. Malik, is there attraction here? Or, you know, again, I did that Jitsu reading. Now, I don't know if they're dating or not, but it was hinting at a slow burn. It could be something with Jitsu, or somebody else could have gotten and interfered with something. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Let's see. Boat. Receiving what you want, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Whatever it is going on between, if this is to do with Zayn and Louis, it's going to be reconciled. It's going to be reconciled, whatever's going on here. I'm hearing it was just a brotherly spat, and things will resume as normal. But if this is true that there was blow-to-blows and concussion, I don't know. Again, I'm leaving that one ambiguous. I will do a separate reading on that one, if that was just a rumor or if there's any validity to that. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Let's see. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Zayn needs to really watch his thinking. He tends to play old things, old grudges. Out of the two, I would say Zayn's more of the grudge holder in the band. Like, he remembers things. Like, he analyzes, ruminates, and remembers things. Something is going to be exposed out here to do with Zayn Malik, though. Seven of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck here for his winter time. And yes, somebody did watch and did see something. Now, let's see. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What is happening for Zayn Malik's Winter 2025 proceeding on to 2026. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening here? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What needs to be shown here? Again, something being revealed. Something is being exposed out here about Zayn within the winter time. And I did say there would be a couple of readings back when I did the updated reading, a 2025 reading-ish. I was saying he was going to have some problems near the winter. Again, it's the silent strength. So, and I said there was going to be a collaboration of some sort, but for all you Z-Squads, please watch back and see if there's anything that I've said with these previous readings here. I know you Z-Squads love to watch my stuff, so please do so and get back to me on that one. You know, even I'll watch back and see if I pin anything. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening for Zayn Malik's 2025 late winter, early 2026? Balancing and juggling. So Zayn Malik's at a point of his life where he's trying to balance and juggle. It could be his finances, could be himself. What's being revealed here? I don't know if Zayn has anything like bipolar or ADHD, but he tends to swing back and forth on his emotions. He's facing his fears with his pendulum of his emotions, I'm hearing. Or I shouldn't say his emotions, maybe his finances, and balancing out how he presents himself and conducts himself into the world here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, the Seven of Cups come out here. Delusions, grandeurs, fantasies, weighing out his options. He's trying to balance out the many options that he has here. And you're probably like, well, Zayn hasn't really done or anything. Or the common running joke between the Z-Squads is, Zayn hasn't moved. When is he moving? He is moving. He's weighing out his options. He's trying to balance out the many options here that he has to weigh for himself. So there's that factor here. And that's why he's been taking so long. It looks like he's not moving, but he's trying to weigh out his options here. Now, if this is some sort of an apology or something being exposed out, he's going to weigh out his option, how he is going to communicate this out into the ethers that he is apologetic for something or something that has occurred. And he's weighing out his option whether to continue with the project with Louis or not. Can this be salvageable? Yes, there might be a little incy-wincy apology that might has to happen here if that is so. An exposure of something childish or emotional here, an exposure of something happening here that's mind-blowing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, something that could be propelled by his daughter, again, to do. A new journey and a new beginning. So I would still say we're all watching to see if this documentary is going to resume with the full card here, the new journey. I still say it's going to go on here. Just if there was a verbal disagreement of some sort, then someone here is going to have to, like, you know, reconcile it or whatever. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening in the winter time here for Zayn? And he could be doing new things. We could be seeing new fun things with him and his daughter. Again, Zayn is very much, very hands-on with his kid, fatherly. I'm hearing there could be exposed pictures of Zayn Malik's child, which is going to infuriate him. Someone here could be exposing out what his daughter looks like. Page of Cups. Pages sometimes represents females. There could be something with the separation here. Now, it did mention separation in the cards here with these, with what's it called, the Island Wellness Tarot cards. Now, if there is something to do with the Zayn Louis thing, it didn't really show up in Louis' reading, even though I was trying to avoid that part because I was going to try to do a tarot reading on it, a separate tarot reading, where it was going to address both sides. I was going to do one for Zayn, one for Louis, and see what the conclusion is between the two. And it seems like it's coming up more into Zayn's reading here because the rumors are starting now, late fall, early winter. So this is kind of fascinating that's come up. So who is Zayn separated from? Or whether this is about Jisoo. Maybe he's got fears of going with Jisoo or, you know, slow burn here. But he's fearing something, a separation. A separation from an opportunity. Somebody here has been trying to delay an opportunity here of balancing out the monies and situation. Now, my question is, if this was to do with the Louis-Zayn fight, I don't think it had to do with love per se or anybody interfering, like the third party interference. Even though it said seduction, I'm leaning towards more divvying up the money or divvying up something to do with the opportunity or I'm hearing who's really in charge. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Sun card in reverse. This has left him depleted and happy. He's weighing out all the options. He knows he's downright screwed up here. There's no happiness with making these decisions or weighing out his options here. He's not happy about this. again, it's like something is going to be exposed out that this isn't going to make him too happy about this. He's kind of upset that the narrative that has been going on in the press about him. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. About how he's going to have to maybe walk away from something. Oh, again, there's the separation here and then walking away. I'm hearing nobody's meeting of the minds here. And again, a female is interfering. This is Queen of Pentacles in reverse, somebody controlling, possessive, somebody that's, you know, like, and if it's not anything to do with a female, one of the two parties was too controlling, possessive, wanted everything their way, almost like controlling and micromanaging everything. And I'm hearing, I thought this was supposed to be a partnership between the two. You're not doing everything to basically put it all on you. If it is, it's about control issues. So, again, this is what's coming up here for his winter reading. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yeah, this is going to end. Whatever it is, it's going to end. And I don't think whatever's happening for his winter, something has to come to an end for the winter time. That's all I get for the Zayn Malik's winter read. Let's continue on to spring. Bye for now. Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So, this is for spring for Zayn Malik 2026. Now, you're probably wondering, why are we in here and not in the other place? Well, I have company over, so we're just gonna have to bear with me. This is the second time I've done a Zayn Malik reading in my bedroom, so, you know, obviously, he likes more intimate things. So, if you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com, and we shall get started. So, what's happening for Zayn Malik's spring 2026? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening for Zayn Malik's 2026 springtime? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. So as you can see here, this is for spring. Spring for Zayn Malik 2026. Reflecting. So he's going to be doing some reflecting and pondering in 2026. So something has come to his attention where he needs to do some more reflection. That's always good. You know, to be self-aware is a wonderful thing and a beautiful thing, in fact. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And what is he going to be reflecting upon? His bad reputation. So Zayn Malik has a bit of a bad reputation in some people's books still. Or some people are going to be reflecting on certain behaviors, or he's going to have to still do some more reflecting. And I did mention this in my last reading I did a Zayn when I was doing about, you know, what they needed to learn still. And I can put that in the comment section down below with cross reference to the last readings they did. Giving money. So he's reflecting upon how giving and charitable he is, or he might be doing something very charitable in the springtime to do with something, or giving and receiving. The act of giving and receiving is going to be a big thing for Zayn Malik's spring 2026. Cyberbullying. You're aware you're being bullied online or has suffered a lot from it. Either this is what's going to happen here. Either there's going to be something that still comes out that makes people still bully him and harass him, and he's aware of everything that's being said about him in the press. And this is going to be acknowledged, and or this is finally going to have, like, somebody's going to be speaking on about it, or I'm hearing rumors are going to be put to bed kind of thing for Zayn Malik. Because I think the poor guy gets a lot of heat and flack for things. Now, I know he's had a bit of a contentious past with one of his partners, I think Gigi Hadid. But again, you don't believe everything you read in the press until it's out of their mouth, or something legal happens, such as the incident with him when Yolanda, or again, like if it's coming out of their mouth or a credible source, right? Because you can't be too for certain these days who says what and what is true and what is AI fake or whatever, right? Oh, whoa, that came flowing right out, but let's see what that was. Sorry guys for my butt. Bankrupt. Okay, I'm not saying Zayn's bankrupt, but he could be again, bankrupt comes up again. Second time this has come out from spring, winter to spring. So, I mean, there could be something wrong with his money that he needs to double check here. Or there could be something here, bottom of the deck, love on the brains. So, he could be feeling emotionally bankrupt, or not, you know, feeling people love him or are as loved as he should be, he's saying. So, let's see here. he doesn't feel like he's not enough at times. So that's coming up in the bottom of the deck here with the Island Wellness Tarot cards. Let's see what's coming up here. Zayn Malik's 2026 spring. What's coming up here for Zayn Malik's 2026 spring? Again, sorry about the lighting, guys. I had to move in here, so I hope my room's not too messy, but, you know. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming up for Zayn Malik's 2026 reading? Coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. This is in reverse. So this is still a bit of a red flag to me. He's keeping towards himself. He's not going out places a lot. He's not meeting a lot of people. I'm not saying he's isolating, but he's not making an effort to go out either. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Not today, not dealing with the hurt, avoiding conversation, call a person still angry. Now, if we're going with the storyline, I feel that it might be between something with Zayn and Louis. He's not dealing with it. I'm not saying the documentary isn't going to happen, but there's not a formable friendship here. Or if there is still that formable friendship thing, it's still contentious, or he's not dealing with certain hurts or certain people gossiping about him. He's not dealing with crap. He doesn't want to deal with bullshit, is what I'm basically getting from this. Like, he's not dealing with, like, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't love his fans or anything. Like, he is going to still perform in 2026 in January to do with his concert, and I forgot to mention that in winter time. But after the concert, I feel he's going to retract a bit more again. Like, it's going to be this push and pull with Zayn. Like, it's not like he's going to be consistently going at it. But, I mean, I'm just feeling like he doesn't want to be bothered with certain things. It's not like he doesn't like the spotlight, but he doesn't want to be bothered, I'm hearing. Clock. Needs time, takes time, cycle, time to heal. He's still not healed about something. There's something here that he's not facing or healing here that he needs to address. And he might be running out of the time to do so. Or maybe someone's giving him a time clock. Meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set, date. Now, this could be not even to do with Louis. This could be about a particular person he has his eye on. So date and stuff. He's wondering if he should go back out there and date, too. That's another thing that's coming up for Zayn here. Okay, let's see. Heart with key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do one more. Love. Unconditional love, a oneness, passion. He might be wanting to go out and date, and he's running out of time. Now, if this is not anything to do with Louis or his previous affairs and concerts, he's, again, he feels time's running out to find love or heal within himself. He knows that he needs to heal something. That's a big one that's coming up here. I don't know if Zayn self-reflects a lot, but this would be a good time for him to self-reflect on his past, to see what he still needs to heal. And I said that in my last reading about Zayn. That's kind of funny. It's coming up again. All right. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Speaking his truth, coming to light, thinking, ruminating. Queen of Swords is about cutting off things that no longer serve you, kind of thing. That's a big one that's coming up here. He needs to cut off things and places and people that don't no longer serve him. With the Queen of Swords here, that's a big one that's coming out here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik spring 2026? Temperance, balance. He needs to find something within balance within himself or with other people, or how he's balancing out whether he wants to be seen or retract. That's a big one that's coming out here for Zayn Malik. He needs to find balance and healing. Now, I don't know if Zayn doesn't have a drinking problem, but he needs to balance something out with how he does things or how he sees things or converses with things. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. His passions, his player sort of ways. He needs to, I'm hearing, I need to grow up a bit more, or he still thinks he needs to mature. Now, again, he has to balance out lust and passion with actual commitment, I'm hearing. That's a big one that's coming up here in spring, or we're balancing out, balancing out his passions. So having a cup of joe in the morning, cup of coffee. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik? King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the lies, the manipulation, and the passions. He knows he has a bit of a player ways and tendencies, and he knows that he's very good with his words and what he says and what he doesn't says, but he needs to balance that with lies and truth. I'm not saying he's gaslighting. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not calling him a liar. But he knows how to talk a good talk, and he's trying to find a balanced way of approaching things and people that are more balanced and not so lusty, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming up here? Or what could be said also in the press about him. They're going to bring up old stuff too, I'm hearing. And he's going to have to come out and speak his truth going enough kind of thing, because I'm hearing people won't let the past die out kind of thing, and people are still ruminating about it and bringing it up, and it's, you know, he's still circling that he has a bad reputation kind of thing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, let's see what's coming up here. Ace of Pentacles, but this could bring good fortune to Zayn. Now, okay, let's clarify this. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Somebody could lie here to get money from Zayn or try to get more funds from Zayn by lying to him and promising him something like a collaboration or some sort of money endeavor, but it's actually a lie, a false sort of like, here you go, blessing. So and someone here that's an ace of swords, or what's it called, king of swords here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, someone that talks out of both sides of the mouth, masculine energy, or this could be Zayn. Or if dealing with the baby mama, he's going to find more balance within handing money over to her, I'm hearing. Or, you know, moon card, something is being revealed though. Okay, what is going to be revealed for Zayn in 2026 to do with his 2026 spring? What's being revealed out here? What is he facing his fears on? He could be facing his fears about money. That's another thing that's coming up here. Facing his fears about blessings and money. I'm hearing, am I like, do I feel enough? Because that is coming up here. Sometimes he doesn't feel like he's enough, or he's too perfectionistic, or he feels something's still incomplete. That's why he says it takes longer for me to do album per album. And I'm also getting his ADHD sometimes makes him so focused. He wants everything perfect, and everything that he hears back is never up to his standards, and he has to get out of that because it's good. It's gonna be revealed why it took so long for an album or something to be released out here. Like, I always like seeing the Zquads on the Twitter, because you're like, Zayn moved, and you're like doing memes that are like, oh my god, and I'll have to put that, like, the girl like literally physically is sitting there crying like, oh my god, he moved. Or it's like, there's this one meme, and I don't know if I can find it because I can't find it. There's this one meme where some guy's in the car, and this girl's getting mad, throwing a water bottle, cussing him out, and the window pane to the car is up. And then somebody superimposed Zayn's face on there, and him giggling, laughing, and the Zquad fans just going nuts, like banging on the window, throwing a water bottle, getting mad, cussing him out, you know. But yeah, he has a tendency, and he's saying it's not laziness. Like, he'd rather go play and stream his video games than to go sometimes make another album, because it says it takes a lot out of him for him to do all that. So that's the presumption I'm getting about Zayn. Yeah, Emperor, but he's also too busy being a dad. Now, there could be something here within the spring that Gigi Hadid might hold back him seeing his daughter, and that's going to really, really send him in a frenzy. Or there could be another fight between him and Gigi Hadid pertaining to his daughter that's going to, you know, get him back in the press, I'm hearing, and cause some problems and soil his reputation. But he's going to let go of the stress. See, it's not going to be a huge thing, but it's going to cause him a little bit of stress, but he's got to learn to let go of the stress and not be so temperamental and fiery, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yeah, and it's to do with family and legacy. Somebody could be lying about his family or legacy, or someone could be lying here in the family that's going to really aggravate him and make him mad. And I'm hearing, I'm not about that, I'm not about that. Or someone could be lying about his family, or lying about how he is with his kid, or try to put his daughter in the press, saying, well, he's got a bad reputation and this is how he treats his kid. But there's no truth and validity about this, because you know, despite of everybody wanting to say everything nasty about Zayn and how temperamental he is and how difficult he is, you can't take away the fact that the guy's a good father. I can see the way that he loves his daughter. He seems like a good father. I don't think he's cruel to his kid or anything like that. I don't think he's out to hurt his child. So yeah, Fool card, new journey, new beginnings. So there could be a new journey or beginning or a new way that he approaches family. That's going to be a big one coming out here. And also to a new journey. Now, it could be that that documentary is released in the spring with the Fool card and Ace of Pentacles. That is going to bring in some money and blessings. Despite of what everybody says within the rumors that there's nothing going on. And I think there is. Now, I'm not saying that Zayn and Louis are the bestest of friends, but if there has been a fight, something does reach a pinnacle or they don't want to reach it, like on their personal level, but on a professional level, yes. The documentary may be released, but internally between them two, it's probably not the best. Magician card, yep, this is coming in, so this is a yes. Spirit's confirming with the Magician card, yes, that is going to be so. There is a documentary, but between them two, I don't think it's the best. So, anything else for the spring of 2026 for Zayn Malik? King of Cups in reverse. So somebody's still butthurt over something. Somebody's a little bit sensitive or withholding emotions or trying to be very stoic within a situation. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, because of exposure. So something is going to be exposed out still. And this come also within winter, but it's also being exposed out in the spring. What's being exposed out here? In the spring, how somebody's not happy about something. Now, this could be about the press yammering their mouth off, or this could be the factor of something's exposed that two people aren't getting along as it should be. It could also be exposed out something that didn't make him happy, or it's something that's going to come out here that's not going to make Zayn happy. Exposure, lies, gossip. I don't think Zayn likes the press that way because they have a tendency to run their mouths where they shouldn't. So this is what's coming out here. Something about his emotional instability. Again, if we're pressing about what has went on between the boys, and I know that's coming up a lot, and you're like, well, this whole reading can't be just about him and Louis and stuff like that. You're right, it's not. But there's, again, his reputation's being attacked. Again, that seems to be what's coming out here a lot with Zayn for spring 2026. It seems like he's constantly being attacked in the press. His reputation's constantly being put into question, and he's going to finally put that to bed this year because it is affecting him. It does affect him. Even though you guys may not think it when people are writing stuff, it does affect them because they're human beings. So that's what I get for Zayn Malik's 2026 spring. Now we're going to move on to summer. See you in the next segment. Hello, so this is going to be Zayn Malik's summertime 2026. All right, so let's see what's coming in for Zayn Malik's 2026. All right, for the summertime. All right, what's the tea tarot? If you guys got any suggestions on what better cards I can get throughout the year for Jasmine for him, this would be actually pretty good. So if you guys want to suggest something, that'd be great. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, what's coming in for Zayn Malik's 2026 summer? Ego. Her ego getting in the way of a relationship, etc. So something is going to come out here that's going to challenge Zayn Malik's ego for 2026 summer. What is going to happen here? Moves in silence, though. This is going to be a hidden hurt that affects his ego, but no one's going to see this because Zayn has a tendency to move in silence, which is smart. So if it happens to where there's going to be a fiasco in the spring, he's going to move more silently, but his ego is going to be bruised in 2026 summer. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik summer 2026? Into you, good chemistry, positive vibes, positives. He's trying to put in good vibes and good chemistry and good positivity. Again, Or there could be somebody that he still loves, that he's trying to woo in, but he's moving in silence, but it's bruising his ego, I'm hearing. Cock blocking. I don't think it's going to go the way he wants it to, unfortunately. There is somebody that he was interested, but somebody could be getting in the way of him progressing with this, or he could be getting in his own way. I'm hearing I'm my own worst enemy, so he could be getting into his own way of being around somebody or someone being around him. Okay, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters, or projected by haters, sorry. So yeah, he is trying to dodge bullets here. There is something that's going to come out here that's going to, again, from spring to summer, he's still dealing with the bleed out through the spring, right? Screenshot, getting evidence, proofs, and facts. There's evidence and proofs and facts that's going to expose out Zayn here. And trust me, I'm not on the bandwagon of, oh, he's an abuser, he's this, and this. But guys, be prepared. Zquads, and I'm not coming at you because, again, I identify more at the Louc camp, but there's something coming out here about Zayn probably in the summertime, just like the spring. But this time it's got more concrete evidence and proof. Let's just inquire further because, again, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I don't think Zayn's a completely bad person. I don't think so. I'm staying with a neutral face here. I'm just showing you what my cards say. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. He's going to have to walk away from something or somebody. 8 of Cups here, or 8 of Cups in the upright. He's going to be walking away. Spirit, ancestors, angels. Whoa, guides. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. King of Pentacles in reverse. And this flew out in the reverse as it flew out. Now, this is weird because this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He's walking away from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He's also Capricorn. I'm not saying this is Louis, but he could be thinking somebody's a bit on the controlling side. Somebody's possessive. Somebody could be a bit more greedy. He's thinking somebody is, because I am describing the person or the aptitudes. So yes, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is usually the King of Pentacles in reverse. But this is somebody very stingy, greedy, money hungry. This could be someone very controlling. This could be somebody very lazy in some senses. This could be somebody very maniacal, cunning, greedy. And someone who could be lacking money too. But I mean, again, this could be anybody because I'm not pointing fingers of who I think it is, but I have an idea. But I don't know why. So we're going to have to investigate further. Again, somebody here is showing their greedy sides. I'm hearing bonking heads. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What is Zayn Malik walking away from in the summertime? Now, remember, this doesn't necessarily have to be male or female. Take what resonates with the energy, because sometimes you could be a female and come out as a king. You could be a male that comes out as a queen. You know, I read energy more than gender of people, but, you know, it could be anybody, really. But spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Why is Zayn walking away from this greedy King of Pentacles? What's going on here? To fulfill his own wishes and needs. Okay, so this could be a record company. This could be an executive, I'm hearing, or this could be walking away from, like I said, somebody who's out for their own needs. Somebody who's trying to fulfill their own wishes here that he could be walking away from. Somebody that's out for their own personal gain, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Somebody that's very insecure. Or Zayn could be feeling insecure being around this person. Or it's either or that this person feels very insecure within themselves. Or Zayn feels very insecure and is walking away to fulfill his own needs because I'm hearing my needs are not being met. Or addendum, it could be that the person feels insecure around Zayn, and because Zayn shines so brightly and knowing that he's a very famous person, it's like overshadowing. That's what I'm getting here too. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Tell me more about the situation. An offer is being recanted. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Again, Knights is very fleeting. It's not concrete. It's not like the king that sits on his throne. This offer or whatever this is, dodging bullets, this person can be a bit on the emotionally manipulative side, whoever he's walking away from. But this also tells me an offer has been recanted. Now, when the King of Cups is in the upright, remember, knights don't stay very long. The King of Cups in the upright talks about offering romance and stuff, but it's not long term. So whatever this offer was, it's in reverse. It's not long term. Like, it's just skimming the surface. It's not concrete long term. Because if you notice in the original Rider-Waite tarot cards, all the kings sit on a throne and it's stable. And when it's a knight form, knights are on horses. Horses means movement. Ironically, they are the horse, right? But it's not sustained for long term. So, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, what's going on here with this? Four of Swords, something that's put him in mental anguish. No rest here. So after this, I guess, offer is recanted by a greedy person, this is going to put him up in his head a little bit. This offer, this proposition I'm hearing, is going to put him up in his head a little bit, cause him anxiety. And no, I'm hearing no rest for the wicked. Four of Swords in reverse, that talks about unrest in the reversal position. In the original Rider-Waite tarot cards, it's after the Three of Swords and the person's sitting there resting. Three swords are above his head. One is near, it's either a bed or a coffin, and it's in a stained glass. It's in the church. Hospitality. Four is about stability. There's nothing stable here. Now, his brain could be not mentally stable enough to sustain this person. That's why he has to walk away. Now, if this is a love offer for Zayn, now is not the right time. Somebody's just out for their own needs and being greedy. And because it mentioned in spring that he might be dating somebody a bit or trying to get to know somebody, but this isn't going to work. Person's way too insecure, out for themselves, greedy. Again, backed up with the King of Pentacles in reverse, out for themselves. Somebody's selfish and greedy. Now, if this is another failed relationship, this is what's being brought to the press, and it's going to be, again, a light's going to be shined on how he treats people. And again, I'm not in no way, shape, or form saying Zayn's a bad guy. I'm not saying this. And I love Zquads. I have nothing against Zayn. I'm not one of those girls that say, oh, he's an abuser, he's rapist, he's this. Nothing like that. But my cards aren't lying to me. Or this could be a person that he is going to deal with that's going to treat him like this. So I'm going to leave that very ambiguous. Because again, I'm not here to bully. I'm not here to drag any of the One Direction members in the mud. I'm not here to say, oh, he's a prick or anything like that. Because no, I don't know Zayn personally. I've never met Zayn. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, he's this, he's this, he's this. You know, unless something really, 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 really bad comes out in the press where it's like, you know, like Epstein files or whatnot. Like, you know, like, then I won't open my mouth and say something. But until then, I won't do that. You know, everyone's got good qualities, but that's why we're here on Earth. We're balancing out the good and the bad and the ugly within ourselves. So the press has a way of pointing out flaws within you, and they should really be looking at themselves, really. So spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What else is coming out here for Zayn's summertime? Zayn Malik 2026. King of Wands in reverse. Okay. This is somebody walking away impulsively. This is like an abrupt somebody. If somebody is in his life that he's involved in his love life, or if it's like him dealing with somebody, this is somebody who walks away impulsively and doesn't think. Like, this is someone who could be running burnt out, passion, or maybe Zayn walks away because he's burnt out. That's another thing too. I'm getting like he's burnt out, or he gets, Zayn is the type of person that gets easily burnt out and has to recharge his battery. Of course, he's an introvert, but this is somebody that is walking away impulsively. Like, something has made this man just go up and go. And I wonder what that is. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. King of Swords in reverse comes out here. This is the second time. King of, two kings. Okay. So King of Swords, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this is, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, two kings butting heads here. Somebody's more cerebral. Someone's more about their money and their prosperity and their business. Again, I'm wondering if this is a fight between maybe somebody in Zayn's record company or over an album, a mix. I'm wondering. And if not, then there's still beef going on here. Someone's going to say something that's going to piss the other person off. There's going to be accusations made. Somebody could be lying about the situation, or someone's going to lie here that's going to really aggravate the other person. And it's going to be an abrupt sort of, well, F you too, and I'm gone kind of thing. Lover's card. It could be over, somebody having a choice in love. okay, somebody getting their needs fulfilled, making a choice. Again, this person having to walk away out of Zayn's life, or Zayn walking out of somebody else's life, could be pertaining to a choice here. I'm not saying love. It could be literally a person in love. You know, he chooses something over someone else, over somebody. Now, here's the thing. Lover's card's also about choice. If we're not looking at it from the angle of love, because I'm trying to read for multiple angles here, the Lover's card talks about choice. Talks about somebody, and the choice is to fulfill their own needs into you. So if there is somebody that he's trying to go forward to, the reason why he's trying to walk away or go forward to this person, he's making a choice to fulfill his own needs. Now, I don't know the subcontext of this person. Let's see here, because somebody did recant an offer, or if he was involved with somebody, they could be involved with somebody else and they made a choice to go to the better person. Which is sad for Zayn. If he really did have his heart set on somebody and someone did this, this is going to be really sad for Zayn. So, yeah. But he's got to remain unremorseful and not bothered. This person's not bothered. Or this person's not going to be bothered if somebody's insecurities, or there is a red flag here that this person's insecure. But the person has to remain stoic, like it doesn't bother them, but internally it fucks up their ego. And again, ego comes out here. Now, if this is pertaining to love, someone could be, Zayn will have to walk away from somebody that's very insecure or pins him as insecure, or they're going to be walking away from him and saying, okay, well, he's not a good person. He shoots off at the mouth and he's very greedy and selfish. This could come out again in summertime. And this person's only doing it to fulfill their own needs, or they're saying that he's out to fulfill his own needs. That's another thing that comes out here too with this one. So, yikes. Okay, this is kind of contentious, but okay. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, he'll be single again. Now, I'm not saying he's full on dating like in a relationship. He could be dating around. Now, if Mr. Malik doesn't get into a relationship, and if this is work, this is, again, somebody trying to be out to fulfill their own needs, and he's going to have to stand on his own. Again, 999, this came out 3 times, so 999, an ending of a cycle. So this could be a complete ending of a cycle, or complete ending of something in the summertime that is going to rock his world. A finale ending, because 999, this shows up 3 times. 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, which tells me a complete ending of something in the cycling in the summertime of whatever this situation is. And I've given 3 variables with love, non-love, and career, right? I'm not saying Zayn Malik's going to end his career, but he's not going to be so ready to jump on the bandwagon to go and be proactive, I'm hearing. But this is fated to happen. Whatever's meant to walk out of his life, or if he has to walk away from something, this is fated to happen with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Final cards for this one, Spirit, this segment. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Page of Pentacles, he went with nothing, and went with nothing, left with nothing, I'm hearing. So this, whatever this is that's about to walk in his life or walk out of his life, I'm hearing, I went in with nothing and I left with nothing. He thought this was pointless, this whole thing. And again, 10 of Pentacles in reverse comes out. This could be a loss of legacy, loss of a family member, or a big loss here to do with lots of money or sum of money here that he's going to have to watch here. Family betrayals are coming up here too. Somebody within the circle of family could say something again, and I'm hinting at, you know, a little bit with walking away from drama to do with maybe his daughter or his, you know, the co-parenting situation. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Chariot in reverse, but this is going to be blocked. See, again, Chariot in reverse comes out. Like, oof. Like, yikes. Okay, and one more card. Temperance, again, because of balance. Temperance cards comes up a lot with Zayn Malik in the upright, I've noticed here, and Chariot in reverse a lot. Blockages to balance. He needs to really sort himself out and balance here. Whatever is walked out here, and he's got to be careful who he lets in his circle. I'm feeling here too, because there's somebody that's in there for their own interests and not his. So he's going to have to really, really, really suss out people here in the summertime. Well, anyway, this is for the summer segment. So why don't we go into fall and then the later half of the year, and that will be that for Zayn Malik's reading. And thank you for sticking around this long. Oh, so this is going to be for Zayn Malik 2026 in the fall. So this is going to be for his fall time in 2026. So I'm going to put that card over here and let's see what's coming up for Zayn Malik's fall 2026. What's coming up for Zayn Malik in the fall 2026, end of the year? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. So this is going to be his fall / end of the year 2026. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming up for Zayn Malik's fall end of the year 2026? Creeping. People are looking, stalking, and creeping. Okay, what the heck? Okay, creeping. All right, who's creeping? I'm hearing that song, My Summer, Shove It by Deftones. I don't know if Zayn Malik listens to the Deftones, but there could be clues and reasons within that song. I'd have to go listen to that song again, but yeah, I'm hearing that song, My Summer, Shove It, which is ironic because it's the fall, so I was hearing it during the summer and fall. So right around that time period, that could be when Zayn's kind of angry about something, because I don't think it's a very positive, happy song. So it's My Summer, Shove It by, what's it called? The Deftones. Child services. Children at risk of being taken or is about to. Reporting of something, neglect and abuse. Oh no. I freaking hope not. Again, this comes up, and I did mention something about earlier in the spring about, or the summer about, you know, something being withheld, like his child Kai and stuff like that. Oh no. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guys, what's happening for, whoa, Zayn Malik's fall, and cock blocking is in reverse. I'm so sorry, guys. That just flew right the hell out. Again, cock blocking comes up. I don't know if I can say the word cock, but cock-a-doodle-doo. He is the rooster, Zayn. So this is in reverse. Again, he's showing me his chickens. He goes, I just want to be here with my freaking chickens. I'm seeing him like literally feed all his chickens all around him. I'm hearing, I just want to be left the fuck alone with my chickens, you know? And he's just sitting there. I'm seeing him in my mind's eye, him laughing with the chickens, him just spreading around his stuff for the chickens, his feed. He's like, my fans are like the chickens. I feed them little crumbs of stuff and they go and they all eat. Like, he thinks of you guys, I don't want to say he thinks of you guys as clucking hens. That's so bad. And I'm getting him, like, his higher self is telling me this. They're like, he's like, my fans, they're like clucking hens. And I'm sitting there sprinkling the feed and they're all like parading around me like I'm God. So you take that as was it will. Word salad. Sorry, it's early morning Christmas Eve and I'm filming this, so sorry guys. You know, I'm almost in fucking relax mode because I will try to upload this within the 25th or the 26th if I can. You know, I can hear you saying, Zquad's going, hurry up, I want this reading. Okay, yeah, just word salad. So that's how you know the reading's about to end soon. After this segment, it's going to end. So thank God I'm getting the word salad now. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, what's coming in for Zayn Malik's 2026 fall? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Hustling, making it rain, focus on money, getting it. So he could be focused on something that's going to give an endeavor for him with money. Someone's trying to cock block. That's a tongue twister. Can you say that 5 times fast, people? Somebody's trying to cock block his hustling. Or someone could be doing something financially to him that's kind of leaving him restrained or trying to bung up his money, as they say, bungle up his money. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. I'm hearing that artist, Mr. Bungle. That's an old 1950s, you know, like teaching kids about like the Cold War to hide under desks, Mr. Bungle or bungle it. So that could be relevant there. Someone's trying to bungle something up. Again, ego comes up. Again, something that's going to hurt his pride and ego. Somebody's trying to attack his poor ego. What is up with them? Everyone's trying to attack Zayn this year. What's the deal with this? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Like, leave Zayn alone, man. Like, leave the fucking introvert alone. Everyone seems to be coming at Zayn this year. Like, yeesh. I mean, he could love on the brain. Again, love on the brain, unbothered. He's not bothered finding love. Because I just look at the top half to the bottom half. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Moving on, thank you, next. Okay, something that's going to hurt his ego, but he's got to be moving on, thank you, next. Like, he's trying to remain unbothered by somebody trying to mess up his finances, or somebody interfering like they ain't shit, interfering where it don't belong. I'm hearing fall of 2026, because we had somebody that was greedy for their own money. Somebody could be taking someone to court and, you know, fighting over money, or again, something with the child comes up again. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik's fall, end of the year? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Nine of Pentacles, and we end off where we started off. So Nine of Pentacles here. So somebody's independent, looking a little bit good with their money. Financial independence. Again, I'm wondering if Zayn's going to go, not solo, but well, he's already done that. But I wonder if he's going to try and branch off and do something else on a solo thing within his record company, or he's going to branch off and go solo, or still remain single, because Nine of Pentacles is a reputation of being a singles card. So whatever he's doing, he's going solo on this, or, you know, by himself. Queen of Pentacles, again, knowing his worth, and this is in the upright. So we transitioned from early spring of somebody being greedy or being seen as selfish to somebody being more giving, more balanced within knowing their worth and knowing what they deserve here. Now, this could be the baby mama, or this could be, like, again, single mother. It could be his baby mama. It could be Zayn himself. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for fall, end of the year for Zayn Malik? Two of Wands. It could be traveling. This could be getting out there, putting yourself out there with the Two of Wands here. So something here, you could be traveling to a baby mama, or it could be traveling to see another lady that knows her worth, that is single. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Three of Wands, but it's going to be a lost opportunity. Something here where it's going to have to be for travel is going to end up to be a lost opportunity. Or somebody here thinks something is lost or delayed. Again, speaks about more delays here. Delays on travel. Something could be happening here. If he's trying to hustle to make some money here, somebody's literally cock blocking his ability to travel, to be delayed to make that money, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, Knight of Wands in reverse, something about impulsive. This is going to be an impulsive lost opportunity here. Very similar, echoing to the summertime here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, somebody's not being clear, honest with their intentions. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, somebody here could be, again, lying. So this is echoing from, again, summer to fall here. You know, what is being withheld here? What is being kept? It could be that documentary. He wanted to probably release it out in the springtime, but it's going to get further delayed into summer or fall when it's going to be released out. But again, somebody's lying about the intentions here. What's the lie being told here? What is not clear here? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. The Emperor. Somebody that's in a boss or control. Somebody single-handedly has to become the boss here and release this out, I'm hearing. Or somebody needs to take more charge if they want something to be released out here, or financially, or to have a financial gain here. Temperance, again, balance is required. Balance between leadership and positions. So again, it seems to be a lot this year that Zayn Malik, one of the lessons I feel he's got to learn is about balancing. The act of balancing, the act of healing and balancing is going to be coming up here a lot, because this has come out 3 times. So one of the lessons I think Zayn's going to have to learn, twos and balance and stuff, balancing between, again, like with Louis, if you guys watch Louis Thompson reading, what do you want, Lou? What is it that you want? This year, I think Zayn's going to have to focus really on balance, whether that be emotions, physical, mental, knowing when to choose your battles, when to back off a little bit, not be so hurt by people's ego when they go and attack you. Learning the art of balance. Again, that's backed up with the Two of Wands here. But this is the 3rd time that the Temperance card. So again, I'm a person that clocks patterns. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik's fall 2026? Again, something from the past. His child balancing out, you know, to be be a stable figure for his daughter. Something to do with his past traveling. Again, this could be, again, I still echo in the documentary. Something about the past friendships, reflecting on. He's going to have to do more self-reflection and reflection upon something. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Well, fortune, this is fated to happen. So balancing out for his daughter. He's going to do this morally for his daughter. Balancing out time to see his daughter. Comparing to work. All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy, I'm hearing. He could like The Shining. That's something that's coming out here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn Malik's 2026 fall reading? Queen of Swords. Again, Queen of Swords. Again, he's in reflective. He needs to learn not to be so impulsive and actually be rational and speak his truth in a calm, fashionable manner. I think Zayn's got a bit of a temper here. I'm going to say this, and I'm not being, again, this is not a reading to attack Zayn, because I'm not here to attack anybody, but Zayn's got a little bit of a temper right here, and he likes to be in charge. He likes to do things his way, and that could be a fault of her perfectionism. But, I mean, perfectionistic people, it's not that they're being pricks. They just want things done not only by their way, but they want it done to a good standard. So we can't fault the guy for wanting good standards with whatever he releases out and does. And maybe that's what pissed somebody off, is he's a bit too perfectionistic. Sun card, but this is going to lead to a bit of a depressive state. You know, him speaking his truth, I mean, the truth is not always happy when it's spoken. The truth does not hold emotions, but it holds facts. And again, it's a very cerebral thing. So him speaking his truth can cause people to be unhappy, or something to be announced that's going to be unhappy, but something is not clear of where this unhappiness is stemming from. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming in for Zayn's fall 2026? Again, King of Swords comes out in reverse. Oh boy. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Now, if this is pertaining to his baby mama, again, something is still going to circle around, something to do with his daughter. There could be a fight or a hiccup between Zayn and Gigi, I'm hearing, where like I said, in summertime, something's going to be withheld back, or there's going to have to be things of communication here. Magician card, but this is coming in. This is a yes. So he's going to have to watch what he does with his kid, or I'm hearing play ball. You know, somebody could be playing ball here, or somebody could be wanting to play ball or test the boundaries here. And this is where someone's going to have to speak their truth and say no, enough kind of thing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, Lover's card is coming up here. Making choices here. Again, balance, making choices. Make the right choice, I'm hearing. That's another theme that's going to come up for Zayn's end of the year. I get balance. He's going to have to really be balanced here. And he's going to have to make choices here. Again, and defending his choices when he finally puts his foot down. He's going to have to really, he'll have to understand his boundaries or boundaries of others. Balance, I'm hearing, that's going to be a big one. And again, making choices, proper choices that is not going to hurt others or be rooted in selfishness. He's going to have to make choices that could be better for more people or everyone involved here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yeah, because this is stopping his growth and progression. Someone could be abusing their power here, or Zayn could be accused of abusing his power when he defends himself or defends his boundaries. Somebody thinks that he's just trying to blow smoke at people's ass and abuse his power, which I don't think he's trying to do that. I think he's, again, this could stop him from elevation. If he lets these people railroad him or run over him in the fall, this could actually de-escalate him from, like, you know, like, because the Hierophant talks about higher positions of power or be seen as sort of like a person of authority. This could bonk him off his position of power and authority here, which is, again, we don't want that for Zayn. So if someone's trying to get his goat and piss him off, he might want to watch his temper. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, it's a King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone that's not spiritually evolved, as Zayn is going to try to say something about him aggressively or vice versa. He might say something very aggressively towards a King of Pentacles and another blowout, I'm hearing. But again, what is this all about? I'm hearing Simon Cowell. Something with Simon Cowell is going to come up. I'm hearing Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell could pop his mouth off, or he could pop his mouth off as Simon Cowell in the fall, and it's not going to be pretty. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Chariot card in reverse again. Blockages. Okay, so Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Why does the same cards keep coming out? And you clearly see me shuffling. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Because it tells me whatever is not solved in the summertime isn't going to be solved in the fall. So The second half of the year, there could be a big situation that happens here that's going to drag out. That's what that tells me. Page of Cups here. Blockages to, let me see here, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Three of Cups. So it could be blockages towards making amends with friends or the past or groups of people. Like I said, he's going to have to shed some people in the spring and summer because these people don't have his best interests. He might have to do that. Because of insecurity. Again, insecurity comes up. Another card that keeps coming up is insecurity. So, what's going to happen for Zayn Malik's end of the year? What does he need to learn, Spirit? What does he need to learn this year? Again, be careful repeating old cycles. Something is going to come up here with the World card in reverse that's going to make him repeat an old cycle if he does not do this properly or servitude out to what's going on properly. Or understand the cycling here of why something keeps repeating, changing behaviors. Because again, rejection talks about rejecting a certain behavior, pattern, belief, or cycle here, again, balancing out. He's going to have to change some ways of how he conducts himself or what he's doing. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. What does Zayn Malik need to learn for the end of the year? Or what's happening for his end of the year? Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, being more emotionally balanced. Again, the cup cards are coming out in reverse for Zayn. Again, still not balancing out his emotional wavelength, not being cold, detached, or getting into his emotional body and not resisting expression of emotions. Or be careful of emotionally manipulative people around him that are trying to take him for an idiot. Victory, because again, if he can master this, this will be actually quite a victorious year for him. So he needs to figure out how to balance out his emotions. Again, balance is a big key this year. Not putting up with people's shit this year. Being the leader of your own stuff. And watch out for backstabbing family members. There might be people that call themselves family that should not be in the family. That, you know, are just thinking of their own selfish needs. Heartbreak. And getting over heartbreak. So there's going to be times where he's going to be tested through the years that things are going to be put to him that's going to break his heart. But in order to have a breakthrough of, you know, again, something beautiful, you know, because he is the star of his own show. So that's what I'm getting here for Zayn Malik's 2026 reading. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com. Site's still currently down. I will be putting it up very shortly. And thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful Merry Christmas. This was filmed on Christmas Eve, and Happy New Year, and bye for now.